Hey there, welcome to Randomness of Rudy. My name's Tracey. I'm a consulting astrologer and a certified life coach. And welcome to my series, What's Your Sign, Cancer? This is a playlist that takes a look at what it means to have all of the planets in our solar system, Sun through Jupiter, in the sign of Cancer. And so in this particular video, we're going to focus on Venus in the sign of Cancer. This was something inspired for parents specifically who have children with Cancer placements. But of course, if you are an adult, this information still applies. Venus in astrology describes what we value when it comes to our relationship to the material world, as well as what we value when it comes to our closest ties, connections, and relationships. Cancer, meanwhile, is a water sign, and water signs are the feelers of the zodiac. So these are signs that operate in the realm of emotions. And when you put Venus in the sign of Cancer, this describes a native that values sentimental things that make them feel good, things that give them a sense of comfort. Cancer is a sign, generally speaking, that's known to be very family-oriented. It's a sign that's known to be very domestic in nature. Cancers are also the emotional laborers of the zodiac. And it's primarily because this is an energy that can easily pick up on the emotional needs of others and then go the extra extent of providing those needs. And so that's why Venus and Cancer natives are extremely protective when it comes to those they love, as well as when it comes to their resources. This placement describes an individual that needs a sense of safety and security, kind of like a nest egg for a rainy day, just in case, okay? Venus and Cancer natives are not terribly fiscally conservative, but they also understand the importance of money. And so knows not to splurge, knows how to save, unless they're experiencing any kind of emotional distress or an emotional crisis or an emotional event. And then these natives can actually become emotional spenders. And so these are things that you want to be mindful of when it comes to raising a child with Venus in Cancer, or if you're an adult with Venus in Cancer. This placement also is highly nurturing in relationships, especially. And on the one hand, this can make someone feel warm and nourished and safe and serene. But oftentimes, Venus and Cancer natives are taken advantage of for their giving ways. And so if you have a little one with Venus in Cancer, you want to make sure you're teaching them to pour into themselves. You want to make sure you're teaching them how to navigate and advocate for what it is they need and value in relationships so that they can experience a healthy reciprocity when it comes to connecting with others in relationships. Now, something else you want to keep in mind, Cancer is ruled by the moon in astrology. And if you think of the different lunar phases, the waxing moon, the waning moon, the new moon, this kind of describes Cancer's temperament. In other words, Cancers are moody people. That's generally speaking. And surprisingly, with Venus in the sign of Cancer, this can kind of manifest as blowing hot or cold in your relationships. And so these are things to be mindful of. Again, Cancer energy is extremely sensitive to the emotions of others. And so oftentimes Venus and Cancer natives can internalize what their loved ones are feeling, what their partner may be feeling, and in ways that kind of bumps up against their own emotional energy. And this is when Venus and Cancer natives can often, be somewhat fickle, right? You would never expect that from Venus and Cancer, but sometimes their feelings can fluctuate, and oftentimes for no real rhyme or reason. And so this further lends itself to a need for emotional regulation, especially with Venus in the sign of Cancer. This placement loves hard. This placement is fiercely protective of the ones they're in relationship with. And so all the more reason for Venus and Cancer natives to learn how to pour into themselves, taking time in solitude, taking time in retreat, doing self-care. These are all activities that will not only help Venus and Cancer natives maintain the healthy rapport with themselves, but it will also be what allows them to enter into healthy unions with others. And so whether you have a child that wants to make sure all of their friends have everything that they need, or if you're a grown adult wondering why so many people just take and take and take, make sure that you're learning how to give to yourself with Venus in Cancer so that, again, you're experiencing a healthy exchange of give and take in your relationships. Now, we're only talking about Venus, right? When we're born, all of the planets in the solar system are placed in different zodiac signs. And so if you want to know more about your child's full astrological makeup going beyond just their sun sign, beyond just their Venus placement, visit my website at babyastrologybooks.com and purchase their first astrology book. If you're an adult that wants to know more, visit my website at traceylrogers.com and get yourself a chart analysis reading. Until next time, y'all, take care.